Hey, want to go for a ride? Welcome back to another exciting ride in another exciting destination. First up, as always, a huge thanks to everyone for tuning back into the show. And as a way of saying thanks to you all, welcome to the biggest adventure we've ever been on here at Moto Passport and part one of 3 huge episodes. Right then, let's start with the question of the day. When choosing the destination for your next motorcycling adventure, do you choose a popular country with well-known roads, or do you choose a not so popular country with unknown roads? It's a bit of a gamble choosing somewhere that's not so popular. However, sometimes you've just got to take a chance. And tucked away at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean is a small country with a huge heart. Kia ora and welcome to New Zealand. So why is it motorcyclists overlook the land of the long white cloud as a riding destination? Its geographic location, literally somewhere on the other side of the world, might have something to do with it. Or maybe it's Māori warriors performing the haka that scare potential visitors away. Whatever the case, let's find out for ourselves. A great destination needs a great bike, and there are a few that come to mind straight away. The mighty BMW GS Adventure, the Ducati Multistrada, KTM's 1290 Super Adventure, Honda's Africa Twin, Suzuki's V-Strom and Triumph Tiger Explorer. Whew. For this episode, I've chosen none of the above and opted for a bike that, just like New Zealand, is often overlooked, the Yamaha MT-09 Tracer. Check it out. It's got a glorious triple-cylinder engine, Japanese reliability, quality you'd expect from one of the biggest motorcycling manufacturers in the world, and all the comforts of a great adventure bike ready for a trip of a lifetime. Yet, I never see them on the road. So, I've got the overlooked bike, I've got the overlooked destination, I just need a plan. The South Island is where the motorcycling magic happens, but I don't want to ride aimlessly around the South Island. I want a purpose as well. So, I'm going to ride from the lowest road in New Zealand, the Te Ere Plains, to the highest road in New Zealand, the Crown Range Road. Now, it only takes 3 hours to ride from one of these extremities to the other. Instead, let's take the long way round and get excited about everything else in between. I was headed for the Te Ere Plains, and in no time I was at the lowest point of New Zealand, hanging out with some locals, munching on some grass. Right, now there's no official sign to indicate the lowest point of New Zealand, but if I check my altitude app, I'll be able to show you that we're standing at -2 metres below sea level. And it's from here that the trip officially begins. Half an hour away is the sleepy town of Dunedin, where I find myself lazing about on Baldwin Street. What's so special about Baldwin Street, I hear you ask? Well, Baldwin Street has a gradient of 38 degrees, giving it the prestigious title of the steepest street in the world. Whoa, at this rate, we'll get to the highest road in no time. Whew. Now, when you look at Baldwin Street through the lens, it might be a little bit deceiving and you're probably thinking, it doesn't look that steep. Okay, now just in case the camera can't pick up just how steep the road is, let me try something for a second. As you can see, the road looks pretty normal from here. Wow, check that out. Yeah, average. Now we're talking. Oh. That's awesome. Right, enough jibber jabber, let's ride to the top. here's the view from the top. However, as they say, what goes up must come down. It feels like you're falling off the edge as you ride over the crest, and a second later you feel like a little kid on the world's biggest slippery dip. Woo! Once a year they have the annual Jaffa Run, in which thousands upon thousands of chocolate Jaffa balls race from the top of the hill all the way down to the bottom in the name of charity. I think I can smell all the leftover chocolate balls. Actually, what I can smell is the waft of burning clutches from camper vans driving up here when they're not supposed to. It's a classic example of putting your tail in between your legs and leaving as quickly as possible before someone recognises you. Leaving the lowest point of New Zealand is an exciting time. We are now into the meat and bones of the trip. We are headed into the New Zealand Alps. But first, let's check out the stunning lakes along the way. Do you want to know why New Zealand is just so great? After a truly magic day on the bike, riding the best motorcycling roads, once you park up and the sun starts to set, that's when the nighttime magic begins. In a minute, I'm going to gear up and go out on a night ride. Now, if you're wondering, what on earth am I going to see in the middle of the night? That's a great question. Get ready for a great answer. We're in the stunning Mackenzie region, and it's stunning because what you're about to see is simply out of this world. In 2012, this area was declared the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve. Ooh, that's a mouthful. But what it means is, there's no better place to see exceptional stargazing than right here. Artificial light pollution is strictly controlled in this area, and when it was established, it was the only one of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere, and one of only a few in the world. Once again, New Zealand is showing off, but this time it's in the pitch black of night. Time to get comfy, enjoy a cuppa, and let Mother Nature do her thing. Okay, now one of the difficulties about riding around New Zealand is trying to describe the spectacular scenery. It's just breathtaking. Now, I can sit here until I'm black and blue in the face, but it might not be able to describe exactly what I'm seeing, so I'm not even going to bother. And as Ronan Keating once sang, you say it best when you say nothing at all. I was hoping to get a great view of Mount Cook, the tallest mountain in New Zealand. However, I was treated to glimpses only and a pretty awesome sun shower instead. A few minutes later I had escaped the rain, but certainly not the ferocious winds that followed. Whilst it made taking pictures fun, I had to use the tripod as a brace to stop the bike from falling over. Even then, it didn't really work too well. And as for flying the drone, forget about it.
Now, I'm going to get the drone out, but it's just too windy. The wind's picking up here, and I just can't fly it. It's getting way too windy here. That's a shame though, because the views are spectacular. But I just don't think it's flying it these days.
I have to admit though, the volatile winds made riding really fun. Yet, other road users weren't so lucky. The wind was powerful enough to make driving camper vans so dangerous, it was safer for them to stop and pull over. And as for small cars, well, they were simply blown off the road altogether. Little did I know that this was a sign of worser things to come. Well, if you made it this far, I'm guessing that you enjoyed part 1. Make sure to subscribe to enjoy parts 2 and 3. Thanks for watching and see you next time.